guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Ant-Man issue 1, and before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 8, and that's episode 80, and that's the show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show, and here are those exclusive comics, if I can get them all. Here we go. Green Lantern issue 38, The Weapon X Program issue 5, Grimm Fairy Tales 106, Synergy issue 3, Tales of Terror issue 6, Lady Killer issue 1, Future's End issue 36, Earth 2 issue 30, Legendary Star-Lord issue 7, Batman Eternal issue 40, Earth 2 World's End issue 14, Hulk issue 10, and Wolf Moon issue 2. So if you want to go check out all those reviews, go to Comic Uno episode 80, which is annotated. Also, guys, have a couple more updates. This Sunday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, I will have a live show celebrating my 6,000 subscribers, so be sure to check that out. And also, I did a Comic Frontline article deconstructing Thea Queen's character from Arrow, so if you want to check that out and leave a comment, please do. It'll either be annotated or in the description. But let's talk about Ant-Man issue 1, a $4.99 book. So is this book worth $4.99? I love this cover. The artwork is beautiful. We got to see ants crawling up the banner. I thought that was pretty creative. And again, I just love painting style artwork, and this is definitely that painting style that I like. So love it. Love the cover. Let's see what's going on with the story. So this issue, if you don't know Scott Lang, pretty much describes him in a nutshell. And if this was Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, that would be a pun, but it's not. But that's also issue 1 that came out this week. But what's going on with the story is that Scott Lang, we know that he went to jail a couple of times, and we learn a little bit about his history of him being a criminal and the reasons why he was a criminal, and now him trying to get his life straight, him living in a really bad apartment, but one thing he loves is his daughter, and she came back to life if you haven't read Avengers World, so she's back, and he's trying to be part of her life, and her mother does not like that idea. She's totally against superheroes. One of the reasons that she did divorce him was because he went to jail and just all the superhero stuff. So we get to see her side of the story a bit of Ant-Man trying to get closer to his daughter. So in the end, you know, Scott gets a really prestigious job at Tony, Stark Industries, and he ends up picking his daughter instead. He says Cassie's moving to Miami because the mother's too scared that New York is too dangerous. So he ends up moving to Miami and spending some quality time with Cassie. So what do I think about this issue as a whole? I loved it. You know, I really, really enjoyed Ant-Man. I really enjoyed the narration. I enjoyed Scott Lang's character. And I think this is new reader friendly, which is great. And one element that I extremely love was Cassie and Scott's relationship. I've been a big Young Avengers fan, so don't worry, I'm going to get to those parts too about Young Avengers. You Young Avenger fans know what I'm talking about. But I'm a big Young Avengers fan, so I've known Casey's character for a while, and I really enjoy her character. So to see Scott just interact with her and care about everything she says, I think is so important. You know, there's always that kind of father character in stories where like, oh, I don't really care what my teenage daughter has to say. But my favorite scene here is where Cassie's coming home from school and Scott totally cares what drama she has at school. It's like, oh my god, tell me more. It's like a soap opera and I love it. So that dynamic is something I really have not seen in comics. So just to see that Scott's not really the best hero, but he's the best father, I think means a lot, you know? So I'm excited to see that relationship grow, and I think it will be a primary thing for the series, obviously, since he moved to Miami for her. So, what was my problem? Even though I love this issue, first of all, just to show my passion for this issue, I normally don't like looking up issues after I read it. I don't really like, I just want to do my review and not really hear other people's opinions. But I was like, I really need to know what happens next, so I was looking up like solicits and stuff to see what was going to happen with Ant-Man, and I also went on Nick Spencer's Tumblr to see maybe if some questions were answered about something I'm going to talk about right next, but I was just really interested, and with issue 1, I was like, when the hell is issue 2 coming out, because I can't wait, and if a series does that to you, you know it's really well done, and the artwork is beautiful. It reminds me a lot of Daredevil. Maybe it's the same artist. But I love this style of artwork. It makes this series very grounded, and that's something I also liked about this issue a lot, is that it felt very grounded. It reminded me a lot of Hawkeye and Daredevil kind of like put together. The groundedness of Daredevil and the dynamic that Hawkeye has kind of with Kate, but Scott and Cassie together, which is also a coincidence because Kate and Cassie are best friends. So hopefully we get to see a Kate issue with Cassie, because I want to see that also. But what was my problem that I couldn't give this issue 5 stars? As you can see, I'm very passionate about the issue. But the reason I did not give this 5 stars is because there's actually a lot of plot holes I felt, especially with Cassie's character. Maybe not plot holes, maybe just not mentioning a lot of things. I understand this is supposed to be very new reader friendly to get those people that are probably going to watch Ant-Man who want to learn more about Scott. You can tell from the trailer that this is going to be a lot like the movie, especially maybe the relationship that he has with Cassie. And I hope they also mention a little bit more that Cassie was sick. She had a heart problem. So that's also something you'll see a bit in the movie. But my problem here is that if you don't know about Young Avengers, Cassie was a superhero and technically still is. I know she came back to life. A lot of people say that she's de-aged. I just think that, like, they said middle school instead of high school because she's still like 15 here, but she's going to middle school, which doesn't quite make sense. I don't know. Maybe they made a mistake on that. But you know, that was a lot of people's problems that she was de-aged. But my problem is that she seemed depowered. But on Nick Spencer's Tumblr, he said that Cassie is not retconned. She is not depowered and she is not de-aged. But if she's not depowered, where the hell are her powers? Her mother really doesn't mention that she was a hero, just saying, hey, I want you to stay away from her. And then Ant-Man mentions, oh, well, I'll shrink her. It's like, she can shrink herself. She has powers. So if she's not depowered, I'm a little confused of what's happening there. Why don't you reference her death? You know, I think that's such a big thing, and they kind of tiptoe around it. Maybe there's some sort of mystery going on throughout the issue. I don't know, but I think that was my big problem. And maybe because I'm just a big Cassie fan and a big Young Avengers fan, I am nitpicking, but I'm really confused. But it also makes me really interested to see how they're going to work it out in the next couple issues, how they're going to say, hey, Cassie was stature. And does she still have her powers? Will she want to be a superhero after her death? Will she interact with their other Young Avengers? Like I said, really awesome if they had a Kate and Cassie issue. But overall, I really enjoyed it, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. So I couldn't give it the full 5 stars, but I definitely give Ant-Man issue 1 4.5, and this is my pick of the week. So hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Inno. Guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links from my comic book, Like Father Like Daughter, and don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.